Hooga booga booga booga.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
I know you said stupid dog, but it sounded like you said Snoop Dogg.
Sorry.
What do you have against Snoop?
No, I'm just always ready to quote Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I watched my first episode of that like a few days ago because Allison had.
You had never seen Courage the Cowardly
I
Dog?
wasn't
before?
allowed to growing up.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad.
That I knew. I mean, that was just the theme song. Kind of.
Great thing. It's a TV show. I know things.
I was not allowed to watch way too much stuff. I couldn't watch the Rugrats. I couldn't watch SpongeBob. I couldn't watch Johnny Bravo until my mother actually watched an episode. Okay, this all happened because my mom was reading some religious magazine that just told them, like, have your kids avoid these shows because they're anti-Christian, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, what?
Well, I never understood some of those arguments. Like, I also knew somebody who wasn't allowed to watch Rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get those. I'm like, I don't understand what you, like, if you said Courage the Cowardly Dog, again, I would be like, yeah, sure, there's some really spooky stuff in that show. There's monsters. There's a lot of weird, I guess you could argue witchcraft, I guess you could make an argument against, but like, Rugrats? What was it?
You're laughing. The Rugrats are lost in Paris right now when you're laughing.
Because that's a great movie.
It is a wonderful movie. My parents...
Both of the Rugrats films are fantastic films. And I stand by those movies to this day.
What's wild is, like, it was like they read the magazines, they didn't give it a chance, and they just said you couldn't watch it. And then they just happened to see one. They're like, okay, that's fine. Johnny Bravo is the one I remember most distinctly. She's like, it came on and I watched it.
Johnny Bravo was very sexual.
Well, no. Shockingly enough, if you, like, watch it, yes, Johnny Bravo is a pig, but they made sure the pig got punished. Constantly.
Right, no, but he still, like, makes a lot of sexual innuendos. Which,
absolutely.
My parents wouldn't be into that, but...
Absolutely. I love that show. I love Johnny Bravo. It's phenomenal. Cool. So, a lot's happening. It's summer. It's Summer Game Fest time. It's weird still not saying it's E3 time. E3's been gone, what, 3 years? 4 years?
This E3, I think that, like, the biggest thing for me about all of this is that we killed E3 and we made, like, this really big deal about killing E3, and then we just brought it back as Summer Games Fest, which is basically, like, a worse,
it's much worse,
exciting version of E3 with Jeff Keighley, whatever his name is. And you know what? You know how I feel about that dude. I'm so sick of seeing him everywhere. I'm so sick of him.
They make it seem like it's a long 3-day event, but all the announcements happen on one stint, on one day, and then the rest is just like, oh, developer talks and all that. And if you're into that, great, I'm happy for you. But, like, we don't get days and days of announcements anymore.
It's really drawn out, and it's not nearly as exciting.
I specifically remember in 2015 watching the Bethesda E3 thing where they announced Fallout 4 with no, like, sign of it ever existing, and then saying, oh, it's releasing in like 5 months. By the way, Square, that's how you do it. Do what Bethesda does. Announce it a few months before.
I think it was E3 probably 2018.
Yes.
I remember our friend group here all being at one of our friends' houses watching it. And the Kingdom Hearts trailer with Sora as a pirate in the Pirates of the Caribbean world and singing the song came up, and all of us, like, leapt off the couch and screamed. I think that was also the same E3, maybe, that they had the trailer for The Last of Us 2, and they had that whole setup. It was a really big E3, and I remember walking away and be like, oh, that was so thrilling, that was so exciting. And, I mean, in comparison to what we're about to talk about later in this episode, which is not nearly that exciting, it's just sad. I miss those.
I miss getting excited for things, but, I mean, I digress. What can you do? What can you do? Sorry. Okay, cool. So, before we jump into all that, we are bringing on a new segment. For those of you who don't know, I'm working on a backlog. Emily was, and then she didn't.
Okay, that's a really mean thing to say. I am working on a backlog. I have read 40 books this year. So, Blake, you can shove it, okay?
Let's rephrase. She was working on a gaming backlog.
How many books have you read this year?
I've read 1/16 of one.
It's really easy to make progress on your video game backlog when your video game backlog is the only backlog that you have.
True.
I also have a book one, and also I have a lot of games that I did not exclusively pick for myself. They're games other people pick that I have to get the motivation to play, because you know what I don't see on your backlog of games?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is at the top.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Mass Effect Andromeda.
You know why they weren't on my backlog? Because I didn't own them until this year, and this was created on January 1.
Well, I'm just saying, don't come at me about my backlog when I, first of all, have made progress on it. Shadows was on my backlog for this year. I've started.
Does that count as a backlog if it releases and you play it instantly?
Yes, because it's the list of games I was going to complete this year. And I've started 13 Sentinels, and I have more plans to play more 13 Sentinels tomorrow.
True. She does.
And I'm working through Expedition 33. And those two games are the only reason I haven't started Baldur's Gate 3, which I've almost started again several times.
BG3. I love BG3. Anywho, I'm working on... I don't even know what to say to all this.
That you were wrong, and you're sorry, and I'm making great progress.
Hard pass.
On my backlog, because if you look at the amount of things I have accomplished so far, it's pretty dang good. We don't have a book podcast, do we? So I can't show up to our book podcast and say, yeah, Blake hasn't really made any progress in his backlog. I have read...
I was talking specifically her gaming backlog, because I don't count new things.
So far this year.
30
I don't... books. And I only have, as a reminder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. 8 games on my gaming backlog, and I've already
have
completed
way more than that. See, I don't consider new things coming out this year that you're anticipating and playing this year as backlog, but that's just me.
Okay, great. Then you want to hear what my backlog is? It's Baldur's Gate 3,
BG3,
Mass Effect: The Legendary Edition, 13 Sentinels,
okay.
Persona 3 Reload, and Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. 5 whole games.
And I'm bringing you like 4 more when I visit in a month.
Yes. So, you know what? Step back.
Actually, it's a month from today. I go up a month from today.
And I'm very excited to see you.
I know. She called me her favorite yesterday on an Instagram message. Now, granted, it was more nefarious than that.
Well, I think I should also note, slight confession time, I think I should also note I sent that exact same video to your wife and to an Australian friend of ours.
What's wild is that this has happened twice in one day now, because my dad sent me some video that was like, send this if you truly believe this is the person you'd want to spend your last 5 minutes if you knew you were dying with. And I responded with, let me find out you sent this to anybody else. And he said, to be fair, I sent this to like 100 people. And I'm like,
well,
what? You can only choose one and you sent it to 100 people? Then you don't mean it. How dare?
I chose 3. And I stand by those 3.
Well, at least I'm one of the favorites, if not the favorite. So it's in my head canon that I'm the favorite.
You keep coming at me about not doing things. You also were mean to me about something the last time we did podcasts. I don't remember what it was, but...
I'm always mean to you. Like, what else is new?
I don't know. But I'm tired of it, Grandpa.
See, that's all you have to say. If you think I'm being too mean and you want me to stop, I will stop.
I'm just going to fight you. I'm just going to be
See, she's not serious. She doesn't care. Yeah, do it. That's what I want. Yell at me.
The problem is, again, like I said, we don't have a book podcast. I can't show you up on a book podcast.
True.
Let's open up my Google Sheets, guys, and you can see my backlog, and I'll show you how many books I've read this year. But we don't have that, because this is a gaming podcast.
Speaking of gaming, I created this list back on January 1 of all the games that I wanted to try to complete this year with full well knowing that it was probably not going to happen, but I'm still making progress. So every segment on this podcast, I'm going to talk about what I'm currently playing or what I have finished. What?
Like, you just looked me in the eye and gave me a big stink about putting games that release in 2025 on my backlog. Can you show me that little section you have down there?
Oh yeah, this is not backlog. Releases? This is the backlog?
No.
This is releases.
No. Can you?
Yeah.
The title? What's the title of this Google sheet?
This just says...
it's in really big letters up at the top. It says
2025
backlog goal.
That's all this.
And under that, you have 2025 releases, and you've already completed 2 of them.
Because I have to play them. Because we're a gaming podcast, and I have to review them. But they're not part of the backlog. These were not in the backlog.
new games on your backlog because you put them in the same spreadsheet titled backlog.
But they're not part of the backlog, and they never were. They were just new, and I had to review them.
They are. They're on the same sheet. They're under the title backlog. Chat, you all see what he did. You all see the way he tried to gaslight me and make me feel bad.
Oh, I can't. I can't with you. Oh my gosh. I put this list together.
The title 2025 backlog goal, and under that, you have the releases of this year.
I put this list together because the hope of completing this top list up here of specifically PlayStation games, even though I have way more to finish. And I have finished one of them this week, and that was Persona 5 Tactica. So here's your 2-minute review of this, if you can call it a game.
Well, do this for me.
Huh?
Just that's the gist of this. Blake is gonna give you an update on his backlog at the beginning of every show. And I'll probably give you an update on my book backlog as well, and maybe my video game backlog. Because I won't be stopped. This is my podcast, and I can do what I want.
You can. No one's stopping you.
That's what I just said.
I'm not doing shit.
Give us your 2-minute review of Persona 5 Tactica.
I played Persona 5 Tactica. It is a tactical RPG that is another spin-off for Persona 5 for, I don't know, they like money, I guess. Whatever.
They like Persona 5.
Huh?
They like Persona 5, apparently.
They like it a little too much. Yeah, so it's a tactical RPG. It's fine. It's so lackluster of a combat system. Like, I've played other tactical RPGs, and there's like at least some element of change or making it interesting, you know, to make that version of turn-based like more fluid. This is very vanilla. Nothing to it.
So maybe you should remove my gaming podcast hat or crown or medal or whatever you want to give me. What makes something a tactical RPG? Like, what is the defining characteristic of a tactical RPG?
Tactical RPG is more like a grid based, like Fire Emblem. When you put through hands. So yeah, grid based. You're moving to different places on a map, then attacking or whatever you do.
Like the 13 Sentinels.
Correct. 13. I guess technically, yeah. No, technically that is you're right. It's very good. That is a tactical JRPG slash. That's a visual novel too. It's more visual novel than anything else, but yes.
I hope so, because that combat system is not my favorite.
I did most. I only did it when I was forced to get more of the stuff unlocked. To be fair, so I don't blame you. Yeah, to be fair, I was there for the story. The gameplay was just very vanilla. There's nothing else other than the battle system. There's no exploring or anything. It's story beats, visual novel story beats, and then tactical RPG. But
does the story add to the original Persona 5, or is it just like, is it non-canon?
It is. I think it's technically considered non-canon, but it's like after the events of direct, not like Strikers, which has like a couple months go on. This is like directly after the events of Persona 5, after Shido's taken down, right?
Maybe this is a hot take. I don't believe in video games that are non-canon. I think they're cowards. Just like how Nintendo says that Age of Calamity.
Yeah.
All those are non-canon, even though things and they add to the story and the lore of the game. They're not. I'm like, you're a coward.
The only reason. Here's the thing, and this is where my biggest problem with the game lies, because I could have given it like it was a fine mid game. The story is literally a reworking. It's different characters and differently set up, but it's the same premise of the third semester added to Persona 5 Royal. It is you fighting a god who is trying to get people to not hurt anymore and run away from the things that hurt them. It is literally Maruki, but just the god part. No person. It's not good. I was never engaged. I gave it on the backlog website, which is very helpful. I gave it, I think, a 1.5 out of 5. Like, I think I maybe gave it a 1. It was, I didn't enjoy it. And I'm only 2 trophies away from platinuming it, so I might do it, but I put it down. I'm like, I need time.
That's understandable. 1 out of 5 is a very rough rating. If I give a book 1 out of 5, I despised it, and I can't wait to tell everyone why I despised it.
I'll tell you right now exactly what I gave it. Yeah, might as well show off this site. Backlogged is a database where you can log everything that's in your backlog, things that you've played, and give them scores. It is Goodreads for games or
Oh man,
Letterboxd.
Tia and I were actually going to make this.
Well, it exists. I'm so sorry
This
to
was
tell
our great business idea.
you. So sorry to
Tell
tell
her,
you.
Mom.
Let's see. Actually, I can just do this. Persona 5 Tactica. Here it is. I gave it a 1.5. I gave it a 1.5. It's not good. It's not good. It's bad. It's also very chibi.
The average rating is 3.3, so not super high.
No. I mean, 3.3 is considered mid, but I think that's too high.
I like that you can give it half stars, though. Goodreads doesn't let you give half stars, and I think that's cowardly.
Yeah, you can give it. The thing I like about this the most, too, is you can see what you've given. So the things I've given a half star, I've given like 3 things a half star. 2 things. Pimp My Ride for the PS2 and Star Wars Flight of the Falcon for the Game Boy Color or Advance. So.
Star Wars.
They're bad games. I don't know what to tell you.
I've never heard of a bad Star Wars game.
A lot of them are bad, especially the Game Boy ones. Cool. So that's it for that. Now we have a lot of news to go through. A lot.
It's a really big week. If you guys don't know, today we had a PlayStation State of Play. We had, not that anybody but me cares, but we had a Dreamlight Valley Developer Showcase as well. And in 2 days is Summer Games Fest. So it's a very big week for news in the game world.
We only have 2 bits of news that are outside of the scope, though one of them is kind of related to what's happening tomorrow. First bit of news, I'll also mention that first. Nintendo advises there is going to be this protective film on your Switch. Do not pull it off. Huh?
I did see that.
Yeah, just don't pull it off. That's it. Nothing else.
Hey, have we seen, this may be a stupid question, have we seen the home screen for the Switch 2? Do we know what that looks like?
I can figure out right now. Switch to home screen. Oh, there is a home screen tour video that's 20 minutes long. I just want an image.
I don't want to watch a 20-minute long video.
Oh, that's a concept. Is this it? Is it just...
I bet it's the exact same.
It looks the exact same. It's very slightly different.
No. You put Nintendo... I was telling somebody this yesterday. Nintendo puts, like, the least amount of effort in, and then everyone's always so like, oh, they did it. Nintendo's done it. They did something 10 years after everybody else, but don't worry, they did it.
Look, they gave us themes on the 3DS, and they couldn't bother to do it on the Switch. And all they have to do for this is add a theme. Add themes. That's all I want. All I want.
There's just so many possibilities of things that they could do, and they just won't do them. Nintendo's not on my good list right now. I'm really mad at Nintendo right now. Everybody should be a little mad at Nintendo right now, and I'm starting to see a lot of people online bend the knee for Nintendo. And this dude right here has already talked to me about how he's preparing to bend the knee for Nintendo.
But it's for free. It's not like I'm just spending money willy-nilly. It's like I'm getting it.
Girl math, isn't it?
It's not really girl math. I haven't paid a cent other than the grading fees.
But you're going to use the money you get from this to pay for the Switch. So you're
potentially,
still money
maybe. It's still a maybe.
Right.
We've already had this discussion. We know we're both going to get
free
one. There's no
is
ethical
so
consumption under capitalism, yada, yada, yada.
Right. No, I get what you're saying, but to say it's free it's really the girl math argument.
It is the girl math argument.
I went to the store and I returned a pair of $80 jeans I bought.
So
and
she
then
made
I used that
$80.
$80 I got back to buy something else, so it was free.
She paid with cash,
Really
so it was
the
free.
argument we have going on. But yeah, the Switch 2 comes out tomorrow. Actually.
I went to get some Five Guys for my dinner, and there was already a line outside the GameStop, which is right next door.
Could not be me. How embarrassing to be lined up outside of a GameStop for the Switch 2. I wonder what game they'll play first. Donkey Kong or Mario Kart? Oh wait, Donkey Kong's now out yet. So
not till July. We will
only game available to them.
We will be going over the release, like everything releasing with the Switch, like day one releases.
Day one releases. Mario Kart, and guess what? None of your friends are gonna have it because they couldn't get the Switch too, or they didn't bend the knee. So you're the only person who's going to be playing Mario Kart.
We're gonna go over that later. The second bit of news, and this one is just kind of incredible that this is how this happened. Claire Obscure Expedition Trois.
That's not it.
I don't know I don't speak French. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 sold 3.3 million copies in 33 days, and I find that to be impressive.
It's impressive, but also I feel like they're conjuring something.
They're summoning something?
Yeah.
Okay,
how, like,
elaborate.
333 is like the witching number.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just a lot of threes, man.
I mean, they can't control their sales, though.
I'm not saying they have. I'm just saying. Also, something we didn't point out last time that I thought about as soon as we finished podcast was that this should be my game because my name is Eugene the 33.
Yeah,
And this is
true. I mean, it's also partially my game because almost all the characters but one are 32 years old. And I am 32 years old.
You're gonna be gommaged.
Oh, thank God. It's over. Say again, I pressed the wrong button.
So that's something. We will touch on a bit of news I want to talk about. I don't think anybody else in the world cares about this. I know Blade doesn't care about this, but I care about it.
It's a Dreamlight Valley.
As long as I remain.
Oh, that's part of the episode. That's part of the episode. So let me pull up the stuff for it.
There's a lot to cover. If you're a Dreamlight Valley fan, there's a lot to cover. If you're not a Dreamlight Valley fan, I'm so sorry. You probably should be.
All right, here is the news article.
I don't need you to tell me what happened.
I know. I'm just gonna go over the things.
So the biggest thing to start with is that they announced the next update, which is going to be coming on June 18th, and it's going to be Peter Pan. We're finally going to be able to get into Skull Rock, which has been a thing for a couple years now we've been waiting for, and it's going to involve Forgotten, who was the main part of the story, and we're actually going to be continuing the main story with the Forgotten. They're going to become a full companion, have their own house, get to name them. Very overdue, considering that the Forgotten has just been like a creepy purple void wandering around your island singing creepy songs. They also announced the update for the second half of the Storybook Fail DLC, which will be coming on July 9th. And that's going to come with Aurora and Maleficent. The Star Path coming in the update is going to be the Mermaid Star Path. They called it the Neverland Star Path, but really it looks like a lot of Little Mermaid stuff. Also, Minnie got a new outfit, which is like her 30th freaking outfit. I mean, this girl has more outfits than anybody else. I think it's cute. I don't know where I'd put any of it. Quite frankly, it doesn't really fit my design aesthetic, but we'll see.
You can put it under the sea.
Aurora's house looks adorable. I'm super excited to get her house.
Yep,
They also announced that animal companions are going to be getting an update. So if you've played the game, then you know companions pretty much just follow you around and you can't do much of anything with them. But from now on, they're going to be able to help you out with certain tasks. You're going to be able to name them. They also have level ups. You're going to be able to level them up and get rewards from them. And they're going to be adding Max from The Little Mermaid in, which I'm super excited about. And then the biggest piece of news, which is they released the roadmap for the rest of the year, which following the Peter Pan update and the Storybook Fail update, we will be getting Inside Out characters in summer, probably August. They didn't say which characters, but I'm assuming it's going to be Joy and Sadness.
Yeah.
And then autumn of 2025, we're going to be getting Cogsworth and Lumiere, assuming, I mean, all of this is kind of conjecture, but it's kind of obvious. They put a candelabra on a clock and it says return to an enchanting realm.
Oh, and Mrs. Potts. Maybe. That's a quill, though, so maybe not.
No, they usually only do 1 or 2 characters. They never do 3. And since they're not going to do 3, and Lumiere and Cogsworth have been heavily requested for reasons unknown, I'm not excited about it. And then my favorite, winter 2025, we're finally getting Cinderella, which is crazy considering we're getting her end of 2025 when she was a character that was teased in the original game trailer. That's crazy. It took 3 years after teasing this character to actually get her in the game.
Listen here, company who makes Dreamlight Valley. If you want me fully back into this game, just give me Cusco. And Pacha.
They have asked about Cusco several times now on surveys, so
I need my Cusco. And no,
they've
actually,
asked about someone
don't give me Pacha. Give me Kronk. What am I talking about?
they've talked about him as well. Actually, I'm not supposed to say that. They made everyone like agree to an NDA when they did the last survey.
You didn't sign anything.
I just hit like had to hit like accept the terms or whatever. They were like, don't talk about it.
Podstation 64 is getting sued by Disney.
Game Law for revealing the contents of their survey, but like also the survey is anyone to take. So I don't know why it's a secret. It's not like they personally emailed me like, hey, we value as someone obsessive about Dreamlight Valley in an unhealthy way. Please tell us what your opinions are. It's just anyone can do it. So I don't know why they're secretive about it. But I'm incredibly excited. You all know I live off of Dreamlight Valley and I never let it go. So
True.
this was great. This was a great joy to me today. Other than getting Cogsworth and Lumiere, I didn't want them. In fact, I really wanted Winnie the Pooh, but
I mean,
still time yet.
Hey, you thought you were getting two big, great day like announcements today, but you only got one, so at least you got half credit.
You know what? The second one, lackluster, but I still have hope. It had a couple things, and I still have hope for Games Fest.
Let's then jump before we do Summer Games Fest in the State of Play. Let's quickly talk about the Switch 2 release and then the games releasing with it, because there's really not much.
I mean, what a short conversation, guys. The Switch 2 is coming out.
Knock it out.
Mario Kart, and you can pay $10 to have a virtual Switch 2 as well that you can walk around, and it will tell you how to use the Switch 2, and you can pay $10 for that.
Don't do that.
You will also be able to pay $20 to play the same Switch 1 games on your Switch 2 that you already own. How thrilling.
It's slightly prettier. Maybe.
It's
doubt.
Slightly prettier. Maybe. Possibly. But aren't you so glad you paid that $20 for it? Oh, and don't worry. We've added Wind Waker and all these other games, but we added them through an emulator. And we didn't add the newest one. We actually added the old one from like 2002. Here you go. Hopefully this will distract you from the fact that we only have one major game releasing.
Listen, nobody hates their fans more than Nintendo, is all I'm saying.
Nobody hates their fans more than Nintendo.
So the obvious things we're getting. Mario Kart World, which is removing 200cc. This just in.
No, I heard that it's not 200cc is not in the game upon release, but wasn't it true that 200cc was also not in Mario Kart 8 upon release as well?
I did get 8 upon release, but I don't remember it not being there, to be honest. So, oops.
I can't confirm. Oh, wait. Go back to that article you were just looking at.
The Switch 2 one?
Yeah, the one where the one we were looking at. That about Mario Kart.
I got rid of it. Hold on.
Just hit Shift Control T.
Shift Control T. There we go. So yeah.
Wait, do it down.
Yeah, I'm looking. Limited world. The console launched this week because
I saw a specific spot I want to look at.
Future update. Yeah. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 initially shipped without 200cc, only be updated later.
Okay, yeah. So it did come out. So I think this will probably just be like they're constantly adding more stuff into it throughout the thing, the same way they did for Mario Kart 8 to prolong its life. Wow, Simone de Rochefort popping up organically. How wild.
I mean, this is Polygon's website. Is it organically?
I guess it's not organically if we went to polygon.com. But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just a hater because I like Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart sometimes. And I think Mario Kart for me is the perfect example of Nintendo released and being prided for like they did everything. I remember when they first showed the trailer for Mario Kart World and everyone was like, oh, new Mario Kart. And I was like, oh, was it new? Like, you stupid idiot.
It's open world, Emily.
The 24 starting points. I was like, no, sorry. I didn't actually notice that at all. And I don't have 23 friends to play with.
Oh, and I have to enhance for the biggest crime, though, of this game. Biggest crime. is this face?
Donkey Kong? Oh, it's terrible.
I can't zoom in. It's not zooming. The image is resizing itself. So yeah,
I
Donkey
see it.
Kong.
I see it. It's horrible. But that was another thing too, where it was like, didn't you see Bowser's character model? It's completely different. I'm like, no.
No.
I didn't. It's like slightly different. That's like my See, that's what I mean. Like Nintendo does the least, or they like take a character and they tweak him just a little, and everyone's like, oh,
They gave us the cow. That part I am excited about.
Cow. I mean, I like the cow. I'll take the cow, but like also, I didn't need the cow for $90.
True.
It's not something I needed in my life, especially not for the high pricing item.
Well, now we're going to go through remake and remaster land because look, oh crazy. They don't even call it that for these two. They're just Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Okay, congrats. Moving on.
I can't believe they're paid upgrades. I cannot believe they're paid upgrades that cost $20.
Yep, it's dumb. This
I
one
saw somebody post on, it was TikTok or Instagram, a photo, maybe I sent it to you, of like the Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild Switch 2 editions were already popping up in stores, and they were still selling at full price plus the $20 for the like upgrade.
Yep.
And it was like $100
Yep.
for these games. And somebody was like, charging over $100 for a game that released in 2017 in the year 2025 is freaking ridiculous.
No one hates their fans more than Nintendo. Just remember.
Oh, no one.
This one I actually am excited for, but that's because I love the 3DS version. Bravely Default is a wonderful JRPG, and I am excited to play it again. That's not on a 3DS. I love this fucking game.
I didn't know it was a JRPG till this moment when I saw the like weird fairy lady butterfly.
It is a Square Enix game. It was made by Square Enix.
There's two things I know about Blake. He loves Square Enix and he loves his JRPGs.
I like my JRPGs.
But I know a third thing, which is that he also doesn't watch anime.
I do not watch anime.
Tell me how those connect. Tell me how someone can love Square Enix, love JRPGs, and not watch.
If I'm gonna watch something, it better be dramatic, make me laugh, and make me cry, and not be anime.
There are very intense requirements for every single thing that you watch.
Survival Kids, I have no clue what this is, and I do not care. Oh, it's
This is the thing that I know what this is. This is that stupid trailer they showed in the Switch 2 Direct that it got frozen on for like 10 minutes.
Oh, the thing I forgot that happened. Thanks for reminding me.
Buddy, right here.
Oh, God.
Konami did this. Okay.
Yeah, Konami. I saw that too. Konami did it. Rune Factory. There are a lot of Rune Factory fans. I think Casey's a Rune Factory fan, actually.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, Rune Factory is just very popular. I have never played any of them, so I'm unaffected. Split Fiction. Hey, we played that game. Crazy. It just came out and it's coming to Switch 2. Nothing more to say. Great game, but
that plays terribly on Switch.
Well, the Switch 2, I don't know. I've heard nothing. I mean, from the like demos and stuff, people are saying it runs surprisingly well, but I don't know.
Maybe a hater.
Let me be clear.
Let me be a hater.
Oh, you can be a hater. Oh, I thought you were going to say something after that.
Switch exclusives. Like I really want to hit home on the Switch exclusives that will be available upon release.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, Bravely Default and Mario Kart are the two so far. Maybe Rune Factory, but I don't know. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrated has been out since 2020, so or 2021.
Is my camera frozen?
No. Oh, it is. What happened to you?
No, he says.
And then I looked.
I looked and I see my camera frozen.
Oh, you left the room.
No, my camera's just black now.
Oh, yeah, you're back and it is okay. Technical difficulties, folks. Please hold.
I don't know how. Oh, it switched to. What happened here? It switched to my capture card, and now when I go to change it, my webcam isn't even there. What the heck happened? Oh, hold on. Hold on.
I have to go and fix her computer setup at some point.
I don't live in the darkness anymore. It's scary here. I don't like it here. What's going to my webcam?
Guys, she's never coming out. She's made her choice. She's stuck there forever.
I guess, man. I guess. The show must go on.
Hold on. Like, we'll give you a minute. You have a minute and a half. While you're fixing that, I'll keep going through these announcements then. These releases. Street Fighter 6. Huh? What?
How do you want me to be fixing this?
Unplug your camera and replug it back in. Shit. All right. Street Fighter 6, which has been out for 2 years, is coming, so that's not new. Civilization 7, that is new. That is new. I think. I don't know. Cyberpunk 2077 has been out for a long ass time. That's not new. Hogwarts Legacy 2023, not new. Yakuza 0, old game, not new. Fortnite. No.
Fortnite?
I actually...
yeah, everybody get to GameStop to get your Switch 2 release day exclusive of Fortnite. This is a hot new game nobody's tried before.
Actually, I will be playing Fortnite with my brother tomorrow live on Twitch, so...
Will you be playing it on...
a Switch 2?
Switch 2?
No.
You've been owned. Civ 7 is not new. And she should know she is a Civ master.
Oh, see, oh, sorry. Thank you for the, thanks for letting me know. I didn't know. I've never played Civ. Deltarune's Chapter 1 through 4. 1 and 2 have been out for a long time, but 3 and 4 are new. And they are Switch exclusives. I'm pretty sure.
Did you intentionally sabotage my camera?
How? How do you expect me to be able to do that? Jump out of OBS Ninja and jump back in.
I'm back. I'm here. I'm back. Let me back.
Oh, let me in.
Let me be a part of this. Let me be a part of this podcast experience once more.
Oh, then I have to do this.
It's scary here by myself. I like it.
Let her in. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Don't do this. Just. Oh,
It's so scary to do it.
She's back. We fixed it.
I'm here. It's all good. Okay, so Deltarune.
Cool. Nobunaga's Ambition.
Ah, that dude was in Shadows.
It's kind of like he was a real dude.
Can Assassin's Creed do that? Just have real people in their videos?
That smells like a lawsuit. I know nothing about this, but...
Tia, I think I might have been. I think that might have been sabotage.
I just thought Emily was in timeout. But Tia, I think Tia sabotaged you. That's more likely than me doing it.
No, I don't think so.
Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. I mean, it's Puyo Puyo and Tetris. This game has existed forever. So...
I only want to hear about Switch 2 exclusive.
I'm trying, dude. Fast Fusion, don't know what that is. Hitman, that's a... Here we go, Switch 2 exclusive, the GameCube.
Thank goodness. I can't wait to play the Switch 2 exclusive. It's entirely different console.
Oh, the Legend of...
We've added your favorite games to it, and you only have to pay a subscription fee. But also, don't worry, for the fact that you're paying for the Switch 2 and you're paying for the... We're not going to add the latest and the newest version of games. We'll give you the 20-year version. We're not going to give you the HD version. You can have this crappy 2002 version. I'm sorry, Wind Waker. Your 2002 version wasn't crappy.
That requires them to actually do work, Em. That's the problem.
They already did it!
I know, but they have to port it, so there's still more work to be done.
How can that be? I don't understand how it can be easier to put a GameCube game on the Switch 2 than to put a Wii U game on the Switch 2.
You know what? Valid. I don't know. I'm not a developer.
I would have paid them the $80 even. I would have done it.
She would have, Nintendo, you dumbasses.
For all of my talk about not bending the knee to Nintendo's anti-consumer policies, I would have done it.
Day one, too. She would be at that line at GameStop right now.
I would be in line at GameStop at this moment, right now, waiting for Switch 2, but hey.
I will say, I do like... Soul Calibur 2 is like the only fighting game other than Smash I liked, and that's... I did have the GameCube version because you got to play as Link. I remember that specifically. Because they added... they had the console exclusive characters, so that one was I don't remember what the PlayStation one was. I think it may have been Darth...
I've never played any of those games other than Wind Waker.
Oh, there you go.
If only I had a Switch 2, then I could play them all.
And you probably still wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Sonic X Shadow Generations. This game has existed since, early this year, late last year. What?
It was first released in 2005.
No, that's 2025.
Oh, sorry, 2025.
Though,
But you
to
said
be
it's
fair-
old. You said it was released last year.
Well, okay, to be fair, Sonic Generations, which this is a remake of, plus a lot of new additions, was released in like 2013, and then they added the Shadow stuff. So it is an old game that was remade, but not for Switch 2 specifically. And No Man's Sky.
This is not an exclusive.
Nope, that's it.
So I want you to round that up for me. How many exclusive games are we getting?
I'm not counting the
Deltarune?
GameCube. I'm not counting the GameCube. Deltarune I can't even confirm is exclusive. It might go to Steam. Not exclusive, not exclusive, not exclusive, not exclusive, not exclusive. Maybe exclusive. Definitely exclusive. So 2. I mean, technically exclusive, but I don't count them. They exist. So 3.
Do not be counting Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild.
3.
Okay, so 3 for sure exclusives. I don't really have anything to say about that, Nintendo. Come back to the table when you have something better to offer me. And by something better, I mean Animal Crossing.
Or the right version of Wind Waker.
The right version of Wind Waker, Animal Crossing, a new Zelda.
Give me a new 3D Mario.
I don't think I'd bend the knee.
I would. Give me if they release Mario Maker 3 day one, I'd be in that line. I'd be in that line right now. Let's be real.
Nintendo doesn't like you, and it doesn't like me. In fact, I don't think it likes anybody.
Nope. They only like themselves and their money.
We're 45 minutes into this podcast, so we should probably talk about our big thing of the day, which was the state of play that was live as of like 3 hours ago. So fresh news.
Yeah. It was okay. It was fine.
Fine.
We're going to quickly go through the releases and things we're excited for. The first thing, this is not in order. This is just from the bottom all the way to the top. First thing on this list is Baby Steps, which they announced it a while ago, but we're getting more information. We got a release date. It looks like a Bennett Foddy game. Like the Getting Over It game. But
yes.
Bananas. I'm probably going to try it. I'm probably going to give it a shot.
It's not something I would probably try, but I'll watch you try it.
Hell yeah. Nintendo's shaking in their boots because Hirogami is just Origami King, but actually good. So
yeah, Blake and I texted each other that at the exact same moment of like, this is what Origami King wished it could have been.
It truly could have been like this, but it was not.
It was pretty bad.
It looks interesting enough. It's not high on my list, but if I can get it cheap, I will come around to it probably. Ninja Gaiden, do not care, to be honest.
No.
This one looks interesting. Karen, which is a climbing game, but there's a lot of strategy involved to it. They didn't explicitly say it. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be a roguelike.
Never mind.
I don't know that. They didn't say that, and I could be wrong. But it looks interesting enough, and if I can get it free through Sony's service, then I'll probably get it and do it. Sword of the Sea looks like Journey. It is literally Journey 2, but a different company and a different IP.
Interested.
I'm interested because I love Journey. What?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the one above that was VR and was interested in it.
Oh, yeah. Thief VR. Thief was a very popular game in the PS3, Xbox 360 era. I never played it. It's coming back as a VR title. So good for you, Thief fans. I'm happy for you. Project Defiant was a fight stick. Sony created a fight stick.
Yeah, that was such a wild addition. Did not ever see that coming. Did not anticipate that. Didn't even know that was a thing somebody would need at this day and age.
Dude, there are people who make their own fight sticks. Like, you know how there are people who build their own keyboards? It's the same idea. They spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to build fight sticks.
Good for them. Yeah. Everybody likes different things.
Not for me.
It's not for me, but good for them.
Digimon Story Time Stranger is releasing. From what I've seen from like people talking about it, people are actually interested in this one. I'm not, but that's because I have no
Let's talk
connection.
about something that happened. I want to out.
I called this was coming. I knew I should have just skipped over it. Here we go.
I want to out this conversation.
She's also going to out herself, so that's fine.
I don't feel bad about outing myself. I want this to go down for posterity. Blake texted me as this trailer was going, and he said, I don't understand Digimon. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
True.
And I, seeing his, like, vulnerability, was trying to, you know, relate and empathize with it. And I said, yeah, I just realized that Digimon digital. And, y'all, he shamed me. Acted like I was stupid for not knowing that. He came to me to, like, share his vulnerability and tell me he didn't understand and he was afraid of judgment should he confess that to anyone else. And I was there with him, and he gave me the exact judgment that he had.
To be fair,
like he understood
that theme song was everywhere, and I've never seen a single episode.
I've never seen anything about it. It's just something I've only known in name only as Digimon.
I think even Allison knows it.
I've never seen anything for it. I've never watched it. I've never played it. I know nothing. And you came to...
Oh, we're losing her? We're losing her? I think she's sabotaging herself at this point. I have no control here. Wait, are you back? Say words? Okay, she's back. Okay, continue with your rant.
I don't like when I'm mad at you, which I think is stupid. I'm not a hater of Digimon. I'm a hater of Blake. He came
Valid.
to me.
Valid.
He said, I don't understand this, and I'm afraid people will judge me for it. And I said,
No. I didn't say I'm afraid people would judge me for it. I said, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Like, the, like, background of saying I'm too afraid to ask, like, if you ask, people will laugh at you or judge you for it.
Oh, I don't think they're going to laugh at me or judge me for it. I'm just too afraid I'm just not going to understand what they're talking about.
Like, Griffin McElroy does not approve of your use of that one.
Oh,
As the pioneer of that, he doesn't approve.
He pioneered it? He came up with it?
Yeah, Griffin McElroy pioneered that.
Moving on. I'm not even going to start that one. Tides of Tomorrow is a single player but somehow multiplayer story-based game. So you are looking... Huh?
I didn't get it, so now Blake can judge me for it.
Yeah, no judgment. It looks it's a cool concept, but it's anxiety inducing as hell and still confusing. Like, you see what other players have done, and you make decisions based on what other players have done, you can still be wrong.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's going to work in real time. Especially like with the cutscenes and the scripted story moments. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I think it's a really interesting and fun concept. And
what about the first person who plays it all the way through? Like, the first person to play it? Who's going to be directing their decisions?
They showed someone in the trailer whose job it was to go get something, and then they find out that somebody had on it, and so they had to, like, tracing the steps of them. Was that scripted? Like, if you were the first person, can you just get it and then be done? I am intrigued by this one, and I want to working out.
Yeah, once again,
I don't think I'll buy it, but I'm intrigued.
If I get it for free through PlayStation Plus or whatever, I will do it. But that's it. Anchors Away is a pirate game that it had a very, very good, like, trailer song. I'll give it that. The trailer song was incredible. But other than that...
Oh, was this the one that looked like Sea of Thieves?
Yes. But it's not Sea of Thieves.
No, it's Sea of Remnants. Sorry, you threw me off when you said Anchors Away.
Oh, I was reading that. It is called Sea of Remnants. You're right. Sea of Remnants. Sorry.
I was like, there was another pirate-themed game?
No, that was it. I just can't read.
Oh, that makes sense that the play testers would be the first people to play it, and then... But, like, are there different servers? It's like... I'm intrigued. I just want to know more, I guess. Yeah, this looked like Sea of Thieves a lot to me, but...
What's F2P?
More involved.
F2P is what?
F2P is fail to play.
Free to play. Oh.
Free to play. That makes more sense.
Fail to play.
I do my best.
Oh my god. I like that more.
Yeah.
Free to play generally means microtransaction hell, so probably won't be checking this out.
Yeah.
Romeo is Dead was a very interesting trailer.
I didn't understand what was happening in that trailer for the first, like, 30 seconds. Someone came in the room at that point, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. Please don't judge.
Yeah, it was very weird. I think it's wacky. I think I don't quote me on this, and I could be wrong. I think Grasshopper are the people who made the No More Heroes games because it looks like that, but I could be wrong. It's bloody. It's action packed. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
It looked funny though.
Oh, very much so. Which is another reason I think it's like by the same people who did No More Heroes. But once again, could be very wrong. Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement. It's another Castlevania style game. It's that's it. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. We
Excited
got
for this one. I saw you texting like, and there was a lot of silly goofiness in it that reminded me of playing the original with Tia. I'm very excited to play this one again.
I will be
I
playing
don't
it as
know
well.
if she saw this. I hope she's still in chat. I don't know if she saw that the frogs have been replaced with the Ape Escape ape.
Hell yeah, they have. Who made Ape? Because if Konami made Ape Escape, that makes sense.
But like they were like tiny little frogs to find.
They did not.
Now they're giant apes and you can interact. I don't understand. But then I saw a frog later, so I'm wondering. I don't know how.
It actually might just be the PlayStation version that is going to have the Ape Escape specific.
Oh, that could be true.
Because Ape Escape is a Sony IP that they have done nothing but since the
PS3. It was an bot, so it must be.
Yeah. So.
Apparently, our expert source is weighing in. She says there is a separate Ape Escape mode in the OG. This is actually not a new. Which is very cool.
They're bringing it back. Hi, G.
I did not make you play it. Good to know.
This is an Emily one. I'm gonna let Emily talk about Silent Hill F.
This was crazy to me. I think they showed the first trailer for this back in March, maybe one before, but this looks really interesting. I'm curious as to how long it's going to be and if it's going to be like a full experience. I know they released a Silent Hill game, the last message or this message thing that received. I watched a friend of ours play it. It didn't look very interesting. So I'm hoping this is going to be more like a length game experience. And I haven't really ever seen them do anything with schoolgirls before. It just seems like a very different energy for Silent Hill. Normally it's in Silent Hill, the actual town. This doesn't seem like it's set in that same town. It's not characters. It seems completely unconnected. And I'm really excited. The monsters looked really spooky. The environments looked really cool. I'm very excited to try this. And I think it came with a end of year release day.
September 25th.
September 25th.
So beginning of fall.
So you all will see me playing that come October. I will be playing Silent Hill. So fingers crossed because I could always use another disc.
We did not get RE9. So sorry, Em.
We didn't get RE9. I really wanted RE9. But I am still hoping to get it at Games Fest. That is a big enough deal that I think Jeff could have scooped it up. I saw somebody else say that. So that could be and it would be the first trailer for RE9. We haven't seen anything. A lot of these in the state of play today were the reveal. They were second and third trailers that we've seen.
Yeah.
So I'm still hoping maybe Summer Games Festival will tease.
Come on, Geoff. Geoff, you need to give us Resident Evil 9, and you got to give us Kingdom Hearts 4.
I will say though, if Resident Evil 9 does come and it's Leon or Chris, I'm actually no longer interested and you can have it back.
It will be Leon now that you've said that.
It's going to. There's no way it's not. With the way Resident Evil 8 ended, it's absolutely going to be Leon.
They're going to bring back Carlos just for you.
That's so mean to even joke about because
No, I don't.
I would do anything to have Carlos back, but they are never going to bring. Never going to happen again.
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. If you want to play all the OG Mortal Kombats and wonder why the ESRB was ever created, this is the series for you.
And you can buy the little fight stick to play it with.
Yeah, they announced it right after this. So get your fight stick in your Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Neo 3 was announced. It is another Soulsborne game. It's not for me. I don't care.
didn't look very interesting to me either.
This is my Capcom game that I'm excited for that I never heard of, but it's been announced a long time ago. Pragmata, a sci-fi adventure game. I could tell this was a Capcom game just by looking at the little girl's face because those are Capcom eyes if I've ever seen Capcom eyes.
They are Capcom eyes for sure. It's giving Resident Evil vibes. This is The Last of Us in space.
Yeah, to be fair, I saw the little girl. I'm like, this is Resident Evil 9 in space, and it was not. It was this. So
she looks like a Resident Evil character. The hair, the eyes, the face. She just looks very Resident Evil coded.
I will be playing this. This looks interesting enough for me to give a try. So I will be picking this up.
Might wait to see how you feel about it before I try it. That did not super appeal to me, but it could be fun.
If you liked Tetris Effect, Lumens got a release. It is just like Tetris Effect, but this is the this series already exists. It's dropping blocks. It's very it's very rhythm based, music based, blah 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 blah. If you like those puzzle type games, huh?
It looks like a rhythm game almost.
Yeah. It's same with Tetris Effect. Tetris Effect is Tetris rhythm game, right? This company is very good.
Before the trailer, at least, I didn't know that.
Yeah. This company is known for their interesting take on classics. Tetris Effect is known as one of the greatest Tetris games ever created. So,
very cool.
I'm excited for everybody excited for this. I won't be playing it, but if you're excited for it, I'm happy for you. I have no hate towards this, and I'm excited for everyone who's getting this. I am excited for tactical RPG fans. Final Fantasy Tactics is getting remade for the PlayStation.
What same things do we have?
Huh?
There are so many Final Fantasy games, and yet not one of them has truly proven to be the Final Fantasy.
This is a remake of a very old game. So it is Final Fantasy Tactics. I think it was a PS1 game. So
games keep coming and they don't stop coming.
And then the biggest disappointment was Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. It was a 15-minute long trailer.
It was the last one. It was so long, and I was sitting there. I had to go, so I had to run an errand, waiting for the trailer to be over. And then it was over, and then the whole thing was over.
Oh my god!
This is what you ended on?
There was so much expressing. All they talked about when they were showing the developers is this partnership. It's like, okay, I get it. You're partnering with Marvel and whoever else is doing this. I don't care. Move on, please.
It was actually such a bummer because I didn't realize. So they first showed a bit of a trailer for the game, and then they switched to a documentary style thing of explaining how. And I actually thought it was for an entirely new game, and I thought announced that Kojima someone out to Tokyo and told them they were making a new game, and it's something so exciting, and then it was just 20.
Yeah, not for me, but for Marvel vs. Capcom fans, I was hoping you guys were getting a Marvel vs. Capcom, but you were not. You were getting this, and this looks fine if you like 4v4 fighters. I do not care. I'm not interested.
I'm so burnt on Marvel.
Same.
I don't have anything to add to this, but if you're excited for this, I'm super excited for you. This is not one I'm going to be touching.
That was all the announcements. And
no, it wasn't.
This was all the big announcements, according to Polygon. What else did we miss?
Polygon failed, or we missed it, or I froze when we talked about it because we did not talk about the new James Bond game, which was my most excited game.
Did I not? Weird.
It was not on that list. I did not see it on the list.
Okay, well, here it is. 007 First Light.
First Light, yes. I'm very excited for this game. I'm going to be buying the heck out of it and playing it. I loved the 007 games on the N64, the original one, and then enough. I had so much fun playing those as a kid, and this trailer starts with, the beginning of the trailer is a little important, but when they first show James, he walks into a bank, and the woman at the counter says, "Do you have an appointment, sir?" And he says, "It's Bond, James Bond." And that is a word-for-word line from the second James Bond game on the N64, and it made me, and I cannot wait to play this. I know it's not going to be the same, and it's not going to be player. that the N64 had. Or at least it's not going to have the kind of multiplayer mode that will be the same where you can have 4 sitting on a couch playing the game together. But I'm incredibly excited for this. I will be buying this, and I will be...
I will probably also be giving it a try. It looks like the Hitman games, to be honest.
You know, I don't know. This just makes me want to pull up my N64 and play more of it. But I hope there's a single player story mode, and I hope there's a multiplayer. But I think that might be a little too much to hope for.
You mean like this?
Has left.
It'll show it in a second.
Yeah, is that The World Is Not Enough? Or is that the first one?
That's the first one. That's GoldenEye.
GoldenEye is really good. Love GoldenEye. My favorite, I do not enough just the single player mode on that one. And the multiplayer shooting mode. If anybody ever played that? It was very fun. This just made me very nostalgic. I think it's going to be an incredibly different experience. And it will fail me, but I'm still gonna play it.
And then Ghost of Yotei, we are getting a gameplay trailer in July. They just let us know that. We saw a wolf's teeth.
There wasn't much.
Though, as soon as it came up, I immediately was able to go Ghost of Yotei, and then that was it.
I'm still excited for it. Still pumped, but yeah, it was kind of a trailer to let us know there will be a trailer.
Man, it's crazy that this game would have won Game of the Year had Clair Obscur Expedition 33 had not come out. You know, insanity.
I think it's really, really bold to start making claims about games that aren't out yet.
I know. This game could be incredible.
It could be also terrible.
It could be the worst thing we've ever played.
So let's not say it was on track to win Game of the Year when it's not out yet. And also, it's still only June. There's a lot that could happen. Expedition 33 is absolutely going to get nominated, and it probably will, but let's not.
Yeah, let's not remember that Ghost of Tsushima got snubbed by The Last of Us. Was it The Last of Us Part 2 that won over it? Yeah. Yes,
but a lot of people tell you that's not a snub. My friend Karen loves that game, and my wonderful friend Tia is pretty quick. Game.
I mean, you can love that game, but from what I understand from everybody, Ghost of Tsushima was the better game. Ghost
of Tsushima is the perfect game, and it should have won. And either one of those two have played Ghost of Tsushima, so they can't make an accurate comparison, but I would stand by that Ghost of Tsushima should have.
Karen and Tia, get on it. It's great. Emily forced me to do it after I forced her to play Persona 5. So, yeah, I can say it's worth it. I'm glad she did.
Absolutely worth it. You can pet a fox. But yeah, that was State of Play today. It was fine. My biggest takeaways were obviously Silent Hill, Ghost of Yotei, and 007. Oh, and Metal Gear Delta.
Oh, both articles forgot one more thing. It's not new, and it's free, and it doesn't cost you money. New Astrobot levels coming, baby, for free.
Yes.
Team Asobi
I love that they're
doesn't
continuing
stop.
to support Astrobot even after it's won Game of the Year. They also mentioned they were bringing back the Astrobot controller, if you missed that. Mostly because my controller is not in great shape, so I kind of need a new one. And they also hinted there was going to be something new and special with backs. See what that.
It's going to sell out in 5 minutes, and the scalpers are going to get it because they hate us.
Everything's terrible.
You know what's crazy? Team Asobi just keeps giving Astrobot shit. And what did Nintendo do with Animal Crossing after like 2 updates?
Okay, I'm not defending Nintendo. They did give it a year and a half of updates.
Okay, that's fair.
Asobi hasn't quite gotten to where Nintendo was. But it was originally supposed to be 3 years of updates, and then they stopped it after a year and a half. And it was, I think, aside from highest Switch game, so a little wild, but...
I mean, to be fair, Dreamlight Valley has been out for, 3 years now, and they've given you more updates than Animal Crossing?
Dreamlight Valley, a lot of people talk shit about Gameloft, but just know I love Gameloft, and I appreciate them, and the free updates, they feed me so good. Every 2 months, I get new characters, I get new furniture, I get new content. Once a year, I get a whole... Just like Aladdin out here. I'm loving it. I love Gameloft. That game owns me. It's funny.
So, before we sign off, just so you guys know, we are going back to, and we've already done it without even planning this yet, we're going back to a bi-weekly cadence throughout the summer, and then we're going to go back to weekly come fall when all the games release time.
Yeah.
So
We talked about it before. I mean, we like hinted at it. The problem is summer is our busiest time in our personal lives and also and then on the contrary, winter tends to be a bit slow personal wise and there's a lot of games happening. So we're going to be on a bi-weekly schedule from here on out until September or October.
correct. So Summer Games Fest is Friday. We will not be talking about it till the 19th. And then after that, the next one will be Emily finally beating Expedition 33, and we'll be able to fully review the story of it. I think Finn is finishing it today.
I need to finish it. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I might work on it a little tomorrow. I also might work on 13 Sentinels tomorrow. I'm going to a friend's house to do that. If you want to bend the knee, you can go to GameStop and get in line for the Switch 2. It's releasing tonight. So that
and they claim they're going to have extras for non.
We are obligated to tell you, yeah. Target has said that they're going to have extras. I think GameStop. Those lines are forming right now, and I think exactly at midnight. So if you really want to Switch 2 and you couldn't get any you can probably go to one of those stores and pick. But I would suggest going now and getting in line. And if you get the new Mario Kart, tell us how it is.
With that being said, you can catch me on Twitch. I'm currently playing through God of War as part of my backlog. I am probably 25% through because it's harder for me to get games done on stream. But I will be starting another game. I don't know what from the backlog yet.
What happened to the Danganronpa series? You said there was a reason you couldn't keep playing it, and then you actually never expanded on that or told me what happened.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to keep playing it, but you were never available, and I'd rather just do it, when you're available and, not on... It doesn't have to be on stream. Okay. But I will tell you this. You had to go, and the last thing you said is, I hate all these people, and I hope they all die. And the next scene is me passing out, and they're all dead.
Incredible. Okay, awesome. Sick.
So we will be...
way more interested in this now.
Yeah, there's that. You can catch her at Emily Jean 33 on Twitch. She will be playing Silent Hill F in September.
Yes, you can definitely catch me at the end of September. I'm hoping before then, maybe when the new Dreamlight Valley comes, I will stream the
How many times has she said this?
A lot. The problem is I can never wait until I am ready to stream to look at everything and everything the update. But maybe this time I'll be good because I actually have a work event the day it comes out, so I will not be able to take the day off. So.
Nope. There it is.
I will be streaming at some point. I promise. And I'm vague enough that nobody can hold me to anything.
And remember, kids, before we go, there's no such thing as ethical consumption under capitalism.